Hey now, say now, welcome back to the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty. Season 1 is officially in the books, and it's time to turn our attention to the very first offseason, which will be vital in setting up our program's success going forward. First order of business was relieving defensive coordinator Andy Thomas of his duties. The defense struggled mightily down the stretch, and I felt it was worth finding another coordinator. His replacement will be Malik Gano, who accepted our offer to be the coach at Stanford. His ability should give us a boost in recruiting just a bit with the Tier 2 ability for the D-line, but mostly we should see a benefit in off-season training development. He has the Tier 3 ability put in work for both the running game and the D-line, so we should see a nice boost to off-season development for those skill groups. After the coaching change, we shifted our focus to prepping for the transfer portal and off-season recruiting. At the early signing stage, our recruiting class is ranked 37th in the country and 9th in the ACC, with 10 incoming freshmen, 3 4-stars, and 7 3-stars. The most intriguing signees included 4 stars, wide receiver Pat McLaughlin with star development, quarterback Marvin Childress with only impact dev, and cornerback TJ Blanco, who has elite development. The 3 stars are highlighted by Gems center Dallas Kuntz from Virginia with star dev, and athlete/quarterback Josh Pinto, a 3-star gem from Texas with star dev as well. After the success of year 1, we see a boost to our team prestige going from 2.5 stars to a full 3 stars, which should grant us more availability to players in recruiting. Going into season 2, we were set to lose a lot of key players, including senior starters and tight end Sam Roush and cornerback Colin Wright. We were set to lose 12 underclassmen to the transfer portal, including both of our 1-2 running punch in Micah Ford and Cedric Irvin. Unfortunately, we only had 2 chances to persuade players to stay, and both running back Micah Ford and wide receiver Jordan Anuve both decided to test the portal instead of returning to Stanford. We then see a slight boost to our pro potential for our cornerbacks, as star corner Colin Wright ended up going in the 6th round of the NFL draft. Going into the portal, I identified a number of team needs and attempted to address them. This was our initial target list for the portal. At the top is strong safety Isaac Smith, who had interest in coming to Stanford, albeit below a number of larger programs. 2 other 4-star transfers made the list, in tight end Terrence Carter Jr., who was looking to leave Texas Tech, and center Roderick Kearney, who was departing Florida. We also had a chance to bring back Micah Ford and edge rusher Omar Staples. After the first week of whining and dining, wide receiver Jordan Napier, defensive tackle Amari Washington, corner Ian Bell, and guard Cooper Powers all locked us out as they go into the top 8 stage. Outside of those 3 players, we were making waves with the rest of our targets, including our top guy Isaac Smith, who saw Ole Miss offer to keep him in state. We were in a neck-and-neck battle with Texas with Terrence Carter. Michael Ford put us at the top of the list, opening the door for a return. We had no one lock us out after week 2, as players reached the top 5 stage, and Smith at this point had his number 1 on the board. After the 3rd week, free safety KT Sia was the first transfer player to commit to Stanford, as he takes his talents from a small school in Delaware and heads to Cali to play for the Cardinal. And all but 2 players on the update list had us at the top of their board. We were in the driver's seat for most of these players, so we just needed to be in first, not necessarily secure the commitment for them to join the squad. When all said and done, we secured 22 out of our 24 targets in the portal, as at the end, Terrence Carter decided to remain in Texas to play for the Longhorns, and right tackle Luke Linko decides to go from Cali to the South to play for the LSU Tigers, who knocked us off in the bowl game. With 22 transfers and 11 incoming high school players, that put our recruiting class at 30th in the country and 5th in the ACC, making it a pretty solid class year 1. We only had 1 position change to worry about as far as athletes, and Josh Pinto was officially moved to quarterback, and his skills made him the 2nd rated QB on the roster before any training boost. Fellow freshman Marvin Childress came in at a 73 and was 3rd on the depth chart. Both players will likely compete for a starting spot, and who develops faster will likely get the nod. Speaking of development, we see wide receiver Caden Hyde get his depth trait upgraded to impact. However, he will be a senior this year, so we won't reap too much benefit in that. As a whole, We had a decent increases across the board, as incoming transfer Isaac Smith is now the highest rated player on the team. Some other notables include a 5-point jump in halfback Cole Tabb, a 6-point jump in the aforementioned Caden High, 5 points up for quarterback Elijah Brown, who will be QB1 for Season 2. We see a 5-point jump for edge Joe Asayan, who will serve as a starter on the inside for our D-line. We also see an 8-point jump from Mike backer Sam Mattingly, who unfortunately will only be at a 74 overall after that boost. Finally, the last to-do item for the offseason was figuring out our schedule, and the Year 2 games will kick off at home against Hawaii. Early rivalry game on the road against San Jose State, before back home against Fresno State and another NorCal matchup. We open conference play at home against the currently number 19th ranked SMU, then travel to South Bend for another rivalry game against the number 1 team in the nation and Notre Dame. We swap home and away games versus NC State, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, and Louisville before senior night versus the number 21 ranked Miami Hurricanes, then 2 road games to close out the year at rivals Cal, and then end the year at number 24 Duke. So going into Year 2, there will be no quarterback controversy, as Elijah Brown will be QB1 again after showing flashes last season. He got a boost in accuracy in training, though he still will miss some throws, as we see here on this following clip. With the upgraded receiving weapons, we're hoping for a potential breakout year for the junior quarterback, and he's also got some talented freshmen on his heels that's going to be grasping at a chance to play for this team. Number 1 receiver will be Jordan Faison, the senior transfer from our rivals Notre Dame. With the elusive route running archetype with good speed, he should be able to break free for big play touchdowns like this one, as he has the opportunity to break off with good release ratings and then burn the defense deep with his speed. Opposite him will be Jalen Mbakwe, the transfer from Alabama. He's also an elusive route runner who will be looking to make an impact with his after-catch abilities and 360 and sidestep. He's only a sophomore, so if we can give him ample playing time, he will be one of the top players on the roster for at least 2 years, and maybe be an opportunity to get drafted and boost our pro potential. We brought in 2 high school quarterbacks to compete for years to come, and Josh Pinto is who intrigues me the most. The dual threat star dev quarterback came in at a 75 overall as a freshman. His skill caps are decent, and he could be a future NFL draft pick if he develops well. At 6'4", 192 pounds, he has the mobility to make plays with his legs, as well as throw it deep here with his arm. His fellow incoming freshman is Marvin Childress, who has a different skill set. He's a pocket passer with a rocket arm, but much less mobility. He will be a stand-in-the-pocket quarterback who will need to pick defenses apart with his good accuracy. Again, the deciding factor on which one of these guys start in the future will largely be based on their development, with Pinto having the slight edge with the star dev trait. Our new defensive leader will be safety Isaac Wilson. He's a box specialist safety, and he will definitely play him around the line of scrimmage on most plays. He's got great abilities and platinum blow up and gold workhorse, and at 90 overall, he could potentially be our first player to get drafted in the first round. So that wraps up the offseason recap. Next episode, we'll kick off Season 1 at home against the Hawaii Warriors. So please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.